Hello, everyone. I cannot believe I'm making this video today. I woke up this morning, was not prepared. I did not think that Queen Florence Welch of Florence and the Machine, that this group was going to be releasing a new song today. We had just come off of the revamped CD, and I was just falling in love with Tiny Dancer, which was a cover song that Florence did for that album. She did an amazing job covering that song, by the way. And I was thinking, I was just listening to it last week. Gosh, I know Florence is going to come back sooner than later, but when is soon? And little did I know she was actually going to come back this week. Things are definitely heating up in the music industry for 2018, and I am so ready for it. So I just, without any fanfare or anything, I just see that Florence has released a new song. This song is called A Sky Full of Song. And it is very heavily rumored to be off of a new album that is imminently coming within literally the next few months. It is highly rumored that this album will be coming out in June of this year, which will be 3 years after her most recent album, How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful, came out in June of 2015. This album is rumored to come around June 29th is the date that's been thrown around out there. This is all rumor, but it is heavily speculated, and the people who heavily rumored that she's releasing this album then also were saying the exact same thing, that she was going to release a song with this title on April 12th, and they proved to be correct. So I'm inclined to believe these rumors. However, her management has not necessarily said that this is officially a lead single for the album. However, let's remember that when How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful began, the era, they actually didn't release What Kind of Man, the lead single, first. They didn't really release anything on iTunes before What Kind of Man, but they did release a video which had the music of the title track. I think it was like 2 weeks before the single, or maybe just a week before the lead single officially came. So, regardless of whether they say this isn't the lead single or not, I do think this song is going to be on this album that is supposed to come out this year, probably this summer. I've seen another album title thrown around. They speculate that the album is going to be called High as Hope, or As High as Hope. I love that title. I really hope it is the title. It fits with the sky and airy theme, which is also in the lyrics of this song, which kind of goes off of the ideology of How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful as well. The big open sky, the big open freedom and expression of it, and comparing love to the sky or to the ocean. These are themes that Florence had explored before, and I could see this song easily fitting on How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful. This song, A Sky Full of Song, see it fitting on that album, and yet at the same time, I do see it as its own thing. It definitely, although it doesn't sound completely 180 from things she's done before, it's a much softer and more minimalist, sparse track. It's very focused on her vocals. There are some really nice backing vocals that provide some choral backing to how she sings, which is a nice sort of back and forth. And it's just a lot more subdued, and it's a lot more pensive of a song. It's also quite heavy in times, and it definitely has beautiful, beautiful lyricism. I love that line of, "I want you so badly, but you could be anyone. I couldn't hide from the thunder in a sky full of song. Aim your arrow at the sky, take me down, I'm too tired now, leave me where I lie." You can sense that she is expressing an extremely intense moment of loneliness, where the emotions sort of just all overwhelm you, and you sort of have what she calls this celestial pull upwards. And so for her, this song was kind of all at once surrounding her, the lyrics and the imagery. It all felt like it was rushing outwards and upwards, as she puts it. And you want someone to hold on to, because the emotions are suddenly so strong and flooding you. And of course, the way she sings, "Hold me down, I'm so tired now." You can hear that tired. It's not lazy. It's worn. It's a wearied delivery. And she's sort of unencumbered, and yet at the same time, she's trying to bear all of this vulnerability. The music video is so stark and black and white, but it shows her trying to pot a plant of dirt. It shows this sort of earthy, back to the roots kind of aesthetic. "I thought I was flying, but maybe I'm dying tonight." There is definitely a feeling of almost spiritual frustration that is embodied in this song, and I am here for it. The melody is not easily discernible, but it's still strong enough. It roots you as she sings Aim Your Arrow at the Sky. It has that lilt to it that I love in her voice from some of her more softer ballads. And although I don't know if I'd necessarily consider this a ballad because it is so broad and sweeping, it still is leaning in that direction. It's not necessarily a song I would see sweeping on the radio like some of her lead singles like Ship to Wreck or Shake It Out. It's not anthemic in that nature. It's much more subdued. And so that does make me think maybe we are still, this is sort of a buzz track to be released for this record store day, which is next week. And then the lead single off of this album will come with the album pre-order maybe a month from now, maybe even sooner, hopefully. But this song will hopefully be included on this record. I don't see why it wouldn't be. And I have to be completely honest. I understand perfectionists in the music industry, but I have a real complaint that I probably shouldn't, give, because it's like, who am I to speak? But if I were a music artist, knowing what my fans want, don't release a single unless the album is finished. Okay, it's one thing if you decide to really quickly fix something, but we have seen so many artists release singles and then just like go silent. And it's like, is the album coming? I don't know. It's been 6 months. What's happening? Is this song still included on the album? I am an album artist. I do not like seeing all these homeless singles. Please, if you see a homeless single, I know Curly has a lot of them. Please give them a home. Please give them a home, please. I need them to be on an album. To me personally, I'd almost rather the artist waited to release the single with the pre-order of the album, like 2 months before. That's like a perfect waiting gap, maybe even 3 months. But when you release a single like a year before, or even longer, or even just 5 months before, and we still have no idea, I'm looking at you, Troye Sivan. It's just, come on. I know you want to tide your fans over, but it's like, I think it's just more meaningful when you get the single and it's like, this is chapter 1 and you know what's happening. I don't know. Or just say, like, this song's not going to be on the album. It's a one-off, and that's what it is. But I do think this song is going to be on the album. That was a side rant. I know it's tricky for artists to control all these things, and I know artists like to go back, and I'm just about to film a Nicki Minaj review, and she talks all about this. So anyway, just wanted to add that on. But anyway, I am super excited for whatever the album is. If it is called High as Hope or whatever it's going to be called, I am very excited for its release, and I am very, very excited to just be talking about a new Florence song because, oh my gosh, I mean, it's only been 3 years, but it also feels like it's been quite a long time. So it definitely is a good period length of time. She usually takes about 3 years between albums. So this is very exciting. And she also has confirmed she's been working on this record for at least a year, probably longer. So we've definitely, it's time. We're getting a Florence record, something I kind of didn't want to mention because I didn't want to jinx by saying in 2018. I know I didn't mention Florence and the Machine in my 2018 predictions video, but I was thinking in the back of my head, I wouldn't be surprised if Florence came this year. I just didn't want to jinx it. Sometimes I feel like I jinx these things. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe if you did. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.